Hey Tahiry, how are you?
Good, good. Thank you.
Have you had a tarot or an astrology reading before?
Yes, I have.
How did that go?
Amazing.
I'm excited to be here to give you another one, but not just any kind of reading. We're going to focus on your sun sign, your moon sign, and your Venus. Are you aware of those placements in your chart?
Not at all.
Okay, well, let me enlighten you. As you probably know, you are a Taurus. It's Taurus sun. The sun was in Taurus when you were born.
Okay.
The moon, however, was in the sign of Virgo. So that means that emotionally, a lot of Virgo-like themes, traits, and even people are drawn to you and are associated with you.
You can say that again.
So we'll discuss more of that. And then Venus, which represents your social and love dynamic, is in the fiery sign of Aries. So you have lots of Aries energy and attract Aries energy.
You're onto something.
Would you consider yourself a spiritual person?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
What are some of the rituals or things you enjoy?
I sage. I like to call it I smoke out my house. I have white candles and white flowers. I have this clear cup of water outside, like in the corner behind my door and under my bed. And I like to bathe in sweet scents and smells.
Wow, Taurus, literally Taurus. And because you have so much earth sign energy, grounding yourself with crystals also really helps, like amethyst, it really...
I have a really big one of those.
Oh, that's
I just don't know much about stones.
Well, that's one of the biggest ones for protecting energy and making sure that the type of people you attract have your best interests at heart. I'm excited to see what the cards have to say in terms of how to, manifest the best situations for yourself. So you're gonna split the deck into three. One, two, three. It's gonna represent your sun sign reading, your moon sign reading, and Venus.
All right.
Perfect. Okay, and in whatever order, you can pull your sun side card first, whichever.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does not.
Look at me being a little nervous. Do I flip them over or
yes,
just
flip them over? Oh, that's beautiful. The
Ooh.
9 of Cups. Incredible.
I don't know what that means.
We'll talk about that. Okay, now your moon sign.
Just flip this one.
The World. Wow. Okay, that's a good one. And Venus.
Let me just go here.
Wow. Okay, all right. This is really powerful. 2 of Pentacles. Let's start with your sun sign reading. Sun in Taurus, you have the 9 of Cups. So this indicates that of all the people on the season, there's something about you which is really, really first refreshing and also associated with helping bring energy from the past forward in a new way. So there's something about your presence that is kind of like revitalizing the consciousness of the show.
Okay.
Now, when things like that happen, it's not always hooray. Like sometimes people will find resistance to what you have to say. Sometimes they will be triggered by your presence. The key is how can you make sure that your cup is full even if there are people who try to take from your cup. And it's so wild that you literally said you have a cup, you have cups of water. You said that and you manifested it. So water represents intuition. And with the moon symbolized here, it indicates that you're very deeply intuitive. And here are all the things that surround the moon. So who are you surrounded by? Do they enhance your powers of intuition or do they lead to like paranoia or skepticism? It's very important for you to be discerning on your journey of who you surround yourself with. Make sure even people who aren't necessarily out to get you, it's just that they haven't done the energy work themselves. You could be sensitive to that.
I'm picking that up now, the older I'm getting, or just, just life experiences. I pick that up.
Have you found ways to protect yourself when you realize that maybe the energy doesn't serve you?
That's where my sage comes in, and I'm okay with cutting people off if it doesn't feel right anymore.
That's very Taurus of you. And right now, Taurus is actually going through a major transformation. You have the planet of change in your sign until 2026. So even though you're a sign that loves usually stability and structure and things that are predictable, nothing about your life is about to be, even when you think things are going a certain way. But the cool thing about Taurus is that because you are resistant to change, when it's self-imposed, you're able to fully commit. So you could go for a long time and be like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. But the moment you wake up and you're like, this is what needs to be done.
It gets done.
It gets done.
Because I love stability.
Yes.
I need stability about everything has to be stable. But again, with age and wisdom and experiences, we get things done.
You get things done. And when I look at your moon in Virgo, so Beyonce is a Virgo, Michael Jackson is a Virgo. Virgo is very perfectionist energy. So emotionally, people don't always realize how hard and self-critical you can be. They actually make many assumptions that you have it all together and that you know what's up, but in reality, like, you're constantly doing the work to stay put together. And so to have the world, this is such a great omen. It means, but the one thing you have to be aware of is that a lot of different opportunities may come at once. And so it can sometimes feel overwhelming, and it could almost even be paralyzing. So is there something that you've pushed away, even though a part of you, like maybe your inner child, wants to pursue something creative or something new or a desire that you want to do, and you've been a little bit in limbo or resistant to doing it fully? That might be a theme.
Yes, acting. Acting. But that card, I mean, the other card as well, but like, yeah, a lot of my life, even relationships, and things do come together at once, and it's just a tad bit overwhelming for one person.
Yes.
And sometimes paralyzing.
So this is a very powerful omen, which indicates that everything you've wanted is within your reach. You don't even have to look externally for it. But you do have to be very honest with yourself about what it is that you want, and if you're prepared when it arrives. Wow. Like, there's one thing to wish for it and even visualize it, and it's another thing to open your life to accepting what you've asked for.
I think about that often. I think that what keeps me from sometimes jumping out the window is thinking that the parachute might not work. But then knowing who I am, the parachute always works.
Wow, and that leads us, because there's this expression I thought of when you said that, leap and the net will appear. So that leads us to the card that represents your Venus. Your Venus is in Aries. Venus represents not only love, but friendships and also magnetism, how you attract wealth. Yours is the Two of Pentacles. So you see the symbol of a butterfly. And often when we see butterflies, we see their beautiful wings, we see how far they've come. This indicates that, especially in the next season, in this upcoming season, there's a major amount of growth. It's like you have to honor the caterpillar stage. You have to honor all of the internal resources that exist in order for you to have those wings. It's clear that the wings are coming, and when they are, look, the harmony and the abundance is so really huge, but no one sits here and thinks about the phase of the caterpillar actually morphing into the butterfly and how much of a mind that can be. So if you have moments where you're really like, am I
confused?
Yes, like what is happening
right now?
Literally, you are morphing into a butterfly. And I can't even imagine what a caterpillar feels when it's literally transforming. But grow through the pains. There are growing pains that are for sure gonna happen. I don't wanna, just because all of these cards, a lot of them have a lot of positive energy, but what isn't seen is how you get to that positivity. And especially because of your Virgo moon, just like Beyonce, you don't always be showing people until you're ready what you're actually going through to get to that metamorphosis. And so if people are haters because they think you always have it together or everything's good, it can actually be really painful because they don't know at all even the smallest percentage of what you're navigating internally. But those wings, they're meant to be seen. So don't hide them. Don't hide yourself.
Dope.
How are you feeling?
Good. Wow. Super on point.
Thank you for this honor. I feel seen by, with our mutual moons. I'm like, ooh, okay. I see you, universe.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely, there's a lot that I don't know. There's a lot that I do feel. And that I'm looking forward to actually researching and finding my own center. And because these things I know are like natural.
Yeah, they are.
So I should be
the
able to connect.
And you're an earth sign. So the more you ground yourself and root yourself in who you are, the more life opens up to you.
I'm looking forward to learning more.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Tahiry. I was born May 5th of 1979. I'm proud of it. My sun is in Taurus, my moon is in Virgo, and my Venus is in Aries.
So Tahiry has a sun in Taurus and a moon in Virgo, which makes her a very driven, ambitious, detail-oriented, loving, service-oriented, and loyal human being. Her Venus in Aries helps bring fire to her personality. It makes her irresistible, it makes her a leader, it makes her passionate. And the biggest lesson for her with a Venus in Aries is to be willing to let love in, not let the skepticism hold her back from the abundance that the universe wants to give to her.
Wow. Are you living with me? Like, what? This is super real. This is, all of it describes me. All of it to the T. That's crazy. Hey you guys, your girl Tahiry José. Thanks for watching. If you like what you watch, make sure you subscribe to the brand new Love and Hip Hop YouTube channel.